Well, strange. Okay, not strange. It's just I'm every day I'm like, what? What just happened? So now the process, quote unquote, is starting to pay off. The Senate investigation has found that there was an algorithm used to suppress information on VAERS having to do with the prick. So it was actually, and that the Centers for Disease Control at the time were actually treating people for vaccine injuries as they were employing an algorithm to suppress the injury numbers. And this is just apparently even just a part of how the data was being messed around with in a way. What this specifically did was it actually hid the safety, or the secure or safety tags in the data. So they were setting aside the actual injury data so it wouldn't be detected through an algorithm. This is diabolical. Diabolical. The level at which it's like openly was a test of a new form of who even knows what the idea is now. I mean, like every possible, thing you can imagine that might have been the motive is open now. So that starts my morning, that story. And this is all now Senate testimony. It's in their report. This is official record now. So something has occurred in California that I'm thinking everybody's hearing about. All of the top firms that have to do with IT, data management. I think the Uber guy or one of those kind of services, like every big deal now, billionaire of IT, and this includes most importantly the private exit of Sergey Brin. Everyone's learning now how these guys own mansions is they have another company that manages this mansion, and whoomp. So everyone's learning now how super wealthy people can do what they do. And that's good. That's a good thing. Why not really know that? Anyway, so California is now going to face all kinds of problems with its issues of losing billionaires. Washington as well is starting, the companies are starting to leave. Oregon, the companies are starting to leave. And they're clearly going to count on the idea of at some point they're going to just figure out some way of squeezing revenue out of something. So in Oregon, the big thing is data centers. But I mean, they're trying to get these put up as quickly as possible. So it's monorail. It's just monorail again. And anybody who's been following the issues around data centers, it's like, this is totally one of these things like, dude, this business is so shady. But no, it's Oregon's it's going in. The Democrats in Oregon are going all in on it. They are pissed that the federal government has opened up land for development. And I love how they're pissed about this. And there's this part of my mind like, I don't think you all understand. I'm betting that if you really look into this enough, you'll find out you can now buy areas, buy tracts of land that, like anywhere, like in all kinds of places now, that you just couldn't before. The government just didn't let you. And you could live there. Like, like you do it, you could homestead again. And I knew this was coming. And sure enough, why it's only a homestead? And everyone's pissed. They have nothing to say about Freedom Town or whatever, the black one, but the white one, everyone's pissed. And but that's the future. Already, it's even being, I've even heard about another kind of thing like this. Two or three of these purposeful, like a bunch of people living out, homesteading. And so it's, nationalism is the future, and the future is now. The UAE's jumping in themselves, that's a much bigger deal than anyone's playing up. That whatever it is with Iran and the Emirs, and now the Emirs are like, we're out of OPEC, and now there's apparently something with them in Saudi that came up in an article that I've got to take a look at. But some I don't know, some static in their relationship. But it looks like the Emirs are trying to be the bold ones suddenly, and it's good. Later.